Find a calm and nice place for your Yin Yoga practice. Make sure that you won't be disturbed. You need a yoga mat, 1 or 2 towels or blankets, and maybe some extra cushions. Yin Yoga is a very gentle and slow form of yoga that helps to release very deep tensions and blockages. As you stay in each pose for some minutes, your body has enough time to let go and sink deeper into the pose. Thus you can reach not only physical parts, such as the bones, the joints, the ligaments, and the connective tissue. You can even reach the more subtle layers, like the mental, the emotional, and the energetical as well. Yin Yoga stimulates several energy channels, also called the meridians or nadis. This sequence focuses on mindfully opening the hips and stretching the thighs. This gently energizes the stomach and the spleen meridian. According to traditional Chinese medicine, these 2 meridians are paired and are our main organs for digestion. Not only the digestion of food, but also the digestion of emotions, thoughts, and information. These 2 need to be processed and transformed. Holding the postures for a longer time helps to stimulate the energy flow, prana or chi in these meridians, and to process and digest all physical and mental input, keeping what nurtures you and letting go of what doesn't. This yoga sequence helps to get grounded and to find more stability and serenity. The stomach and the spleen pair represents the earth element. That stands for stability, security, and for being grounded. Emotional imbalances stored in your hips and thighs can be released. In some of the poses, the kidney and the urinary bladder meridian are also stimulated. Practice with awareness and accept your own physical limits. This will allow you to experience the full benefit of the practice and avoid harming yourself. There are some intense and maybe challenging poses in this sequence, but there are always variations manageable for everyone. I invite you to turn your awareness inward now, to release all tensions of daily life and to let go of all thoughts and worries, so that you can experience a deep calmness and stillness inside. Start in Shavasana, lying on your back. Head and spine are in a straight line. Your arms are beside the body, palms facing upwards. Your feet are falling loosely to the sides. Keep your eyes open for a moment and become aware of where you are right now. What do you see? What do you hear? Become aware of the time of the day. And slowly, gently close your eyes and turn your awareness inwards. Become aware of your body in its position. Feel the contact points of your body with the floor and let the whole body sink at these points. Become aware of your heels touching the floor. The parts of your legs that are in contact with the floor. Let your legs and feet sink. Become aware of the buttocks and the floor. The parts of your back and the contact with the floor. Bring your awareness to your hands, arms, and shoulders and the contact points. The back of your head touching the floor let your head sink. Become aware of the whole back side of your body, all contact points at the same time. Let your whole body sink into the floor. Relax your whole body completely. Turn your awareness towards your natural breath now. Without changing the rhythm, let it flow naturally without controlling it. Your body is breathing and you are watching this process. Become aware of the stillness and the silence inside, in your body, in your mind. Take a deeper breath now and become aware of your body again. Start to move it slowly. Start with your toes, your fingers, feet and hands. Make larger movements. Bend your knees and stretch your arms over your head, interlocking your fingers and stretching yourself. Breathing out, bring your arms down again. And roll over one side, slowly come to a sitting position. Into the first Yin Yoga pose, Whytnee Child's Pose. Sit on your heels and open your knees in a comfortable, not too wide position. Keep your feet in contact with each other. And slowly walk with your hands forward, lowering the upper body and the forehead towards the floor. If your buttocks don't meet your heels, you can place a cushion or blanket between buttocks and heels. If your forehead doesn't meet the floor, you can also place it on a cushion or bring your hands on top of each other and your forehead on your hands. Become aware again of the contact points with the floor. And let your whole body sink. Don't hold back any tensions or resistances. Become still and absolutely passive. In Yin Yoga poses, there should be no muscular activity to reach the deeper layers, behind the muscles, the connective tissues, the fascia. Make sure that your fingers are relaxed, your arms and shoulders. Let go in your neck and jaw, and your whole face. Keep the belly soft, relax the hips. This pose opens the hips gently and you apply pressure on the stomach and the spleen meridian. Feel the stillness in the pose, the silence inside. And with your next inhalation, slowly come out of the pose by raising the head and walking back with your hands towards the body. Bring the knees closer to each other. And for the next pose, Sphinx Pose, lie down on your belly. Bring your forearms parallel to each other. The elbows are under your shoulders. If this is not comfortable or the contraction in your lumbar spine is too intense, you can bring your arms more forward until you find the right position. Lift your chest, keeping the neck long and relaxed. Become completely still in this position again, and passive. No activity in your muscles, especially in your back, your buttocks, your legs. Make sure that your face is relaxed, the eyes are gently closed. Relax your forehead and the jaw. Stay inside with your awareness, aware of your body in its position. You can also focus on your breathing. If the thoughts are too distracting, watch every single breath from beginning to the end with full awareness. This will help you to be present, connected with yourself and the practice. And for the next pose, half frog pose, bend your left knee and bring it to your left side in one line with the hips. Thigh and lower leg are at right angle. Try to bring the left side of the groin as deep as possible towards the floor by pushing the left knee a bit away from the body. Stay centered in your upper body, directed to the front of the mat. And make sure again if your legs are relaxed, your buttocks, your face. Thread your right arm underneath your left shoulder now. Bring the right shoulder on the floor, also the right cheek. To come into a reclined twist, bring your left arm up towards the sky with the next inhalation. The left leg can come nearer to the body, keeping the knee in contact with the floor. And with the next exhalation, bring the left arm to the left side, open to the side, behind your body, on shoulder level. Let it sink towards the floor. You can also place your right hand on the knee. The head is either centered, gaze up, or towards the left hand. Let the left arm and shoulder sink, letting go of all tensions and stiffness here. Relax your fingers, arms, toes, legs, and again the face, your whole body. Sink into that twist. And maybe after some time, you can feel the relaxation getting deeper, and the left arm falls deeper towards the floor. Don't hold back. Let it sink. Just be present, watching the breath, and come back to the stillness. And with your next inhalation, bring your left arm up again and turn to your right side. And again to Sphinx position. Both legs straight, forearms parallel to each other. Bring your awareness into the back bend again, the spine, lifting the chest. Bend your right knee now and bring it in one line with the right hip. Upper and lower leg in right angle. Push the right groin towards the floor and the right knee away from the body. And then relax our effort, all activity. Keeping your legs relaxed, your feet, the buttocks and your face. Sink into the pose. Become still and passive again. Make sure you're not holding any resistances. Stay connected to your body, to your breath. Don't think, just be aware what is there in this pose, in this moment. Thread the left arm through the right side now. Bring the left shoulder and the left side of your face to the floor. The right knee comes nearer to the body and raise your right arm towards the sky with the inhalation. And breathing out, let it sink to the right side. Let the shoulder and the arm sink towards the floor. Open and relax your chest, your abdomen, your face. Gaze towards the right hand or the sky. Make sure that there are no resistances, no holding back. Let it all go. With each exhalation, you are sinking deeper into the pose. And with your next inhalation, slowly come out of the pose, bring the arm up and turn your body back to the front, to Sphinx Pose again. Both legs are straight, lift the sternum slightly up. Bring your elbows to the sides now and bring both hands on top of each other. Place your forehead on your hands and relax. Become aware of all sensations in your body, the effects of the practices in your hips and legs, in your lower back, your chest, your shoulders. And for the next Yin Yoga pose, frog pose, sit up again by placing your hands underneath your shoulders and pushing yourself up. Sit back on your heels. Frog pose is a more intense and maybe challenging yoga pose. It targets mainly the spleen meridian, the liver and the kidney meridians. But there are also variations that are more gentle and easier to start with. For this pose you should put a blanket or towel across the mat and open your knees wide, like in Whytnee child's pose at the beginning of this sequence. Your big toes are touching each other. Try to open your knees a little wider now, maybe mat wide or even more. Your knees should be on the blanket, not on the hard floor. And you should be comfortable in this position. Walk with your hands forward now. Try to come as low as possible. Maybe your forehead can reach the floor, or bring it on your hands or on a block. Maybe again you need to bring a cushion between your heels and your buttocks. Make sure that you are comfortable. There's no need to push or pull yourself in any kind of shape. If this pose is easy for you, you want to go further, you can lift the pelvis now and walk a bit more to the front with your hands and arms. Try to bring the hips in one line with the knees. You can either stay on your forearms or you can come down on the floor or on a block or cushion with your forehead or your chest. For the full version of the frog, you can bring your feet to the sides now. That thighs and lower legs are in right angle, like in half frog pose. Then you should also bend the feet that they are in right angle to the shins. This variation is very intense. Try what suits best for you and try to resist forcing yourself. You should be relaxed and absolutely passive in this position. If the pose is not manageable or too intense at any point, you can release it. come out of the position, back to child's pose or just sitting on your heels. Come back to the stillness inside and let your body sink. Feel the opening in your hips and inner thighs, where the spleen meridian is located. Also relax your face, your shoulders, hips, your whole body. Try not to think so much about the pose. Immerse yourself into the awareness of the practice, into the here and now, into the silence and stillness. And very slowly and mindfully come out of the pose now. If you are in full frog version, bring the feet together first. Then you sit back on your heels. And then you walk back with your hands to sit up again. Bring your knees closer to each other again. As a counter pose for this hip opening position, we are now practicing with Windshield Wiper and internal rotation for the hips. Bring your feet to the front, mat wide apart. Rest on your hands. And with your next exhalation, bring both knees to the left side. Try to bring the right knee to the floor. Stay here and breathe naturally. Breathing in, come back to center, and breathing out, bring both knees towards the right side. Just hold it and breathe. With the next inhalation, back to center. And for the next Yin Yoga pose, half saddle. Straighten your right leg. And the left foot is placed next to the left hip. Both sitting bones should be on the floor, otherwise you can sit on a cushion or folded blanket. If this intense stretch of the left knee is already too much or even painful, you should practice the alternative pose that I will explain now. Lie down on your belly. Place your right hand underneath the forehead. Bend your left knee and try to hold the left foot with the left hand. Pull the foot closer to the buttocks, but only as much as it is comfortable for you. Be gentle without pulling too strong. And if you want to practice half saddle pose, you are in the seated position, right leg straight, left leg bent. Walk back slowly with your hands. Try to keep the left knee on the floor. If you feel too much pressure on the left foot, you can fold your blanket or put some extra padding underneath your foot. Then you walk back slowly. Maybe you can come down on your forearms. In both positions, the lying and the sitting one, the knees and the thighs are stretched, where the stomach meridian is located. In the position of half saddle and the backward bend, there is also a stimulation of the urinary bladder and the kidney meridian. If your body opens up, you can come even deeper and rest yourself on a cushion or you can rest the head on something. Or also without cushions, you can rest on the floor maybe. If this very deep version of the pose is manageable and you feel comfortable enough, you can bring your arms over your head. Relax your whole body in all modifications of the pose. Become still, passive, eyes closed, face relaxed. Breath flows naturally in and out through the nose. Don't force it. If you feel pain or any uncomfortable feeling, you can come out of the pose anytime. And very slowly come out of your version of the pose. If you're in full version, bring the arms down first and then the weight onto your elbows and push yourself up very slowly. Then prop yourself onto your hands to come back to an upright position. Stretch out your left leg carefully and slowly. If you're in the lying version, just stretch out your left leg and bring both hands on top of each other and the forehead down. Become aware of the effects of the practice, the sensations in your left thigh and in the knee. Compare both sides. Switch sides now. And bring your right foot close to your right hip, or if you are still lying down, bring your right heel close to your buttocks and hold the foot with the right hand. Your forehead is resting on your left hand. If you are in half saddle, take again folded blankets or cushions, maybe underneath the right ankle. And then you walk back with your hands very slowly, lowering the upper body. Maybe resting on your forearms first or still on your hands. Listen to your body and its limitations. If there's pain or too intense stretch in your right knee or thigh, go back a bit. Take your time that your body can let go in its own rhythm. If you feel comfortable enough to go deeper, you can lie down on a cushion or on the floor. If it feels good for you, bring your arms over your head. Relax and settle into the pose. And very slowly come out of your pose. Take your time. And lie down on your back now. Head and spine in a straight line. Bring your knees closer to your chest and interlock your fingers. The other way around than you're used to do this. If usually your right little finger is at the outside, bring the left little finger outside. And let your whole body sink. Relax your hips, your legs, your face and your shoulders. Be aware of the rounding of your spine now as a counter position to the backward bend in half setter. Release the hands now and bring both arms to the sides on shoulder level, palms facing upwards. Bring both knees to the left side now. Maybe you want to bring them higher, closer to the arm, or lower away from the arm. Find the position that is most comfortable to let go in the legs and hips. Turn your head towards the right hand. You can also place your left hand on top of the legs without pushing them. Just rest the hand there. Let gravity work for you here and sink into this reclined, passive version of a twist. Become still again. Let go of all thoughts, images, and be aware again of the stillness in the pose. The stillness and calmness inside. And with your next inhalation, slowly come back to center. Breathing out, bring both legs to the right side, head to the left. Find the best position for your legs again. Maybe you want to bring the right hand on top of the left leg. Make sure that there are no resistances. Relax your fingers, arms, the face. Relax your abdomen along the spine and your hips, legs, and toes. Relax your whole body. Become still again, mindfully watching the body in its position and the breath. And breathing in slowly, find your way back out of the pose. Bring your legs and head back to center and stretch out your legs. Come back into Shavasana. Let your feet fall to the sides. Head and spine are in one line. Bring your arms closer to the body, palms facing upwards. Become again aware of all sensations in your body, the effects of the Yin Yoga poses. Which parts of your body are more present? Where do you feel sensations, more intense sensations? Maybe there are more intense sensations in the thighs or hips. Maybe you can feel warmth or tingling sensations, the flow of energy or the flow of blood. Feel what is there without creating something. Let your whole body sink again into the floor. And turn the focus of your awareness towards your breath now. Let it flow naturally into the nose and out of the nose. Feel this natural rhythm in both nostrils. Let it flow gently, without effort, without control. Visualize that your breath is flowing into the left nostril and out of the right nostril. Into the right nostril and out of the left nostril again. Then again left in, right out, right in, left out. Continue this practice in your own natural rhythm. Imagine that you are breathing like this, and after a few breaths, it really feels as if you were only breathing through one nostril at a time. Just the mere idea creates this sensation. like in the pranayama practice Nadi Shodhan, alternate nostril breathing, in which you physically close one nostril after the other. This practice harmonizes both nadis, Ida and Pingala, yin and yang, and creates balance in both sides, and helps you to bring balance after this Yin Yoga practice into yin and yang. Your breath is flowing gently and freely. Don't force it. It is not audible. After breathing out through the left nostril the next time, breathe through both sides at the same time again. Breathe in through both nostrils and breathe out through both nostrils. Feel your breath in both sides of your body now. Breathing in, the breath flows from your feet through both sides of your body up to the head. And breathing out, the breath flows down from the head through the whole body to the feet. Your whole body is breathing now. And after the next exhale, come back to your natural breath and to your body again in its position on the floor. Take a deep breath now and very slowly start to move your body again. Start with your toes. Mindfully move your fingers, feet and hands. Make larger movements again. Bend your knees, stretch your arms over your head, and slowly roll over one side and come to a sitting position. Ideally with your legs crossed, but you can also sit on your heels or up on something. Sit tall. Your hands are resting on your knees. The tip of the thumb and the index finger are touching each other and the palms are facing downwards in Gyan Mudra. Relax your feet and legs. Ground yourself through the sitting bones into the floor. Lift the chest slightly up. Relax the shoulders, your abdomen, also your face. Your eyes are gently closed, especially your jaw is relaxed. Take your time to settle into this pose, to become still in your body and your mind, being aware of the effect of the Yin Yoga practice. Let go completely. Don't give your consciousness a certain focus anymore. Just be aware of that deep, wide, inner stillness and silence. I will now chant the mantra Om 3 times. Feel the sound vibrating through your body, through your mind, and through this inner silence. Become again aware of where you are and the outside world, the sounds and the activity outside. Make yourself ready for the day or the rest of your day. And very slowly open your eyes.